All right, so as promised, we're going to create one of these posts together using Koala and a bunch of tools. We've got NeuronWriter, we've got Koala. We're going to be using Amazon for some research. We're going to be testing our readability with Hemingway and doing so much more. So we're going to jump right in. But before we do that, let's talk about a lot of the questions that we're getting is in regard to Hemingway. And I thought I would just touch base on Hemingway. Now, if we did, in fact, go and upgrade and use their AI writer, I have not used it yet, but you would be able to come over here to the Reds and you would be able to use their AI to automatically rewrite these sentences. Now, of course, you can do this. You can come up with a GPT and create your own tool for doing this. It's going to require a lot more copying and pasting. And then you're also going to, like, for example, if I grabbed all this right here, copied it, went into ChatGPT and said, hey, make this the readability of 8th grade, then it would rewrite it. But then you would have to paste that back in here and then find all the red sentences. And so this, you can see how that would take for a long article, 2,000 word article. I would estimate that's going to take you 30 minutes to an hour to do all that. So there's going to be a lot of back and forth, a lot of copying and pasting. And that's why we pay for efficiency and pay for tools. If we paid for Hemingway, then it will automatically go and rewrite all these red sentences. But the question that you guys had was, will that actually change the SEO words that we got from NeuronWriter? And the answer is yes. Right off the bat, I mean, it just seems logical that if we rewrote these sentences, but they had SEO keyword phrases, and that's kind of what's making this score go up because we have all those SEO phrases in there, right? So it is going to bring your SEO score down and your LSI or NLP keywords are going to reduce if you use this right here. The optimal would be obviously what someone had just asked was basically somehow if we could rewrite these sentences but keep our LSI keywords in there, then that would be optimal. We would gain both benefits of having a better readability score and still keeping our SEO keywords. I don't know how we would be able to do that though. So long story short, my content is ranking really, really good. I mean, I'm going to come over here. I can show you, I just updated this right now, January 5th. I'm doing kind of a new test. I'm only writing my content with Koala right now. And you can see that I even published another long tail keyword right here. Yesterday I published this and we already got a ranking of 30 overnight. And so this is just working. And so we're going to go and create one of these ones right now. So I just wanted to kind of touch base on that because I know that was kind of a topic of discussion from my last video, which is, you have to decide, are you going to go and improve your readability score with the sacrifice of some SEO going down? But that's why I'm here to test. I'm going to be testing. And then what we'll do is, I'll test like 10 articles just the way that I'm doing it right now. And then I'll test some articles with actually improving the readability score. And maybe I'll go back and paste it into NeuronWriter and see how much that impacted the SEO and the keywords that show up in green and so forth. And then we'll just see if it overall where our rankings end up, right? And that will be the answer. The only way to really know is testing, right? We have to test things. We can speculate all we want, but really it's all about testing and seeing what works for you. Another thing that I noticed was my article from yesterday. You guys want to stick around. I am using this new tool called Questify. It's a keyword research tool. On January 9th in 4 days, I will be releasing my review video on that. But I did get this keyword over here and I used 3.5 right here and it actually ranked really, really well as well. But the readability score right here was much better. We had an 11 score right there. And when we used GPT-4 Turbo, it actually was 3 grades higher, right? And I think we all kind of know that. GPT-4 is going to have even more technical writing. It's going to be more logical and it's going to have better research and all that stuff. But that is in turn going to increase or decrease the readability score in a sense, make it worse because it's going to be more technical writing. So you kind of have to take those two and this GPT-4 and Koala costs twice as much. So you kind of have to decide what is important. Getting those LSI keywords in is going to work a lot better in GPT-4. But I'm just testing all the stuff out for you guys, okay? So let's go and grab our keyword. So best garden hose water filter. I'm going to copy that, and we're going to jump right in real quick. And I'm going to try to speed through this, guys, so this doesn't end up being a 30-minute video. I'm going to try for it to not be a 30-minute video. Let's just kind of see how fast I can do this. You guys can pause and rewatch if you need to. But since I kind of went over quite a bit of this in my video from yesterday, you can go and watch that as well. I'm going to be able to go and speed through this. Okay, so right off the bat, I'm going to go over here to Neuron Writer. I'm going to go new query. I'm going to paste my new keyword in, best garden hose water filter. We're going to start right there. And while it is gathering information, what we will do is we will come over here and I will go and we will start getting their koala set up for us. So we have our default over here. I'm not really sure how it says you can save presets, but I'm not really seeing where we can save the presets. I'm not seeing the spots where we can actually save them. I might be missing it or not, but it says that you can save your presets over here. Save presets allow you to save your settings and conveniently load them with a single click. When you create a preset, your current settings will be saved. To update a preset, click the save icon to the right of the preset name. So this new is not a button there. And I'm not seeing where I'm able to do that. Maybe it's a pro feature and they just didn't, update that. But we've got our project over here. And I'm going to go with 3.5 on this one because I just want to use the 3.5. I think it's working great. And because I know that we're going to be adding our own research and information, I don't really care if it's a little bit less researched information because, like I said, we're going to go to Amazon. I'm going to show you how to build that table from yesterday. So we're going to go 3.5. I got a blog post. We're going to put in our keyword right over here as well. Best garden hose water filter. So I'm actually going to just leave that in right there and then I'll change this later. Now, instead of putting over here, 25 best garden hose water filter, something like that, I can test that out as well, but I'm not going to do that in this one to see if it'll actually go out and try to write 25 of these, but I don't think it's going to be able to do that as well. So I think it's better just to kind of go with that. We have our SEO optimization. I did manual yesterday as well, and this is where we'll put our related topics in right over here. So we'll go back over here. This is now done. It's a semi-easy keyword right there as well. We'll click inside here. It does look like there's a couple really good pieces of content right over here, especially this one right here, the gardener thumb. But we're going to go ahead and just leave these off right over here. I'm going to go ahead. This one only has 19 words, so I'm going to go ahead and unselect that one and probably just add the number 11 right there is what I'll do. And then I'll push next and we'll keep cruising through here. And what I'm doing right here is I want to get our LSI keywords. And that's what this is really good for, is that we're able to get the Neuron Writer. It's going to go and it researched all the, the top 10 that we had checkmarked right there. And then it's going to give us our keywords. And so what I do is I'll come down here, I'll go copy all visible keywords. I go list of keywords and now they're copied. I go into a Word doc and I'll just, you can see this is from my latest post yesterday. I'll just go ahead and delete that. I'll paste these in. And, don't really ask why I do this, but I kind of just leave off title terms and description terms and H1 terms. I really just don't go for those. So I'll go and remove all these keywords right here. And really what I'm most interested in is the basic, right? So I'm going to come down here. This one has a lot of keywords. So we can go with H2 terms and our basic terms is what I'll do. And I won't really gather more than 50 anyways. We already know like garden's going to be mentioned in here as well. I really like to go with the basic terms because when we come and search over here, you have your basic terms, the ones that you really want to make sure you have inside of your content. And I'm going to let Koala decide what it wants to do for the H1s and so forth, right? Because I'm not doing a manual, in this particular case, I'm not doing a manual outline. So really what I've been doing is just grabbing the basic terms right here. And if it's not a whole lot of them, then I will actually go like this and I'll remove that part right there and I'll grab some extended terms as well. So right here, I'm going to go ahead and grab some of these like so. And that seems to be about how many I grab. It's usually between 20 and 40. So I'm going to go ahead and just grab those right there. We're going to copy those and go back into Koala and then throw those in. So this part right here is very kind of subjective. You can, pick 10 keywords, 20 keywords, 50 keywords. In my experience, no AI writer is going to be adding in more than, about 20 or 30 keywords. It just can't handle that kind of technicality. And so what we would do is just add about, that looks like it's about 20 keywords or so. So you can add as many as you want. Doesn't mean that Koala is going to add them all. Okay. So I like to try to not to give it as much as too much to handle. And then also I'm doing shorter blog posts, because then I come over here and I use this data. We only need right over here. The top 10 medium key amount of words is 860. And then if you look at the top 30, it's 2,000 words. So anywhere between 1,000 and 2,000 words is going to get us where we want to be. We'll go back over to Koala and keep working with this. I'm not using the automatic internal linking because on this site I have Link Whisperer installed. And so I prefer to use that. And we're going to go AI images. So what I did in the last video, which was cool, is I actually went auto, and then I'll go over here and I like to select photo and I leave it on its setting. And then I like to do max images of maybe 3 images. And I like to go with like 2 videos right here and see what it does for us. Okay. So then article length, I'm going to go right over here. I've been using short right here. And then yesterday, I also used like casual, I think. So really the ones that I would use is SEO optimized, friendly, and casual. The friendly and casual seems like it might give us a little bit better readability scores, but I'm going to go with just the SEO on this one. And then we're going to go, so there's a couple things that I might change a little bit. And that's just like the tone of voice, right? Like yesterday I went over here and I went with the second person, or no, I think I went with first person, we, us, ours. I want to talk like with authority kind of. And so, but not quite as first person, kind of talking as a brand or a company and not saying I, like it's just one person on the website type thing. And so I've been using that. And then I go real data right here. I keep it on default. Site sources is fine. And then I don't include the facts section because I just don't think that that is necessary for a lot of the posts that I'm doing. It just ends up creating way too big of posts. And I just don't think it's necessary. And you can see that in my rankings. We don't really need the FAQ on everything. Unless it's a pillar post, you really don't need to do an FAQ because it's kind of like you're providing an FAQ a lot for these posts right over here. These are all people also ask questions. And so why would I do an FAQ for a FAQ post? It kind of, to me, it doesn't make sense. You want to just answer the question as precisely as you can, but that's just my kind of opinion. I always like the key takeaway. I think it looks nice and crisp. And then we'll say create article. Now, while that's creating, you'll see it'll start writing. What we want to do is now we want to go over to Amazon, and I have it over here actually. So let me go and just exit out of that one. And what we'll do is we have a garden hose water filter. So I type that in right over here. And then what I'll do is we can even go over here and just sort this by customer reviews, newest to best sellers. Let's just go with best sellers, right? These are the best sellers, the best ones. And then what I'll do is we'll come over here and I'll grab, there's 1 through 48 out of 1,000. So these are all garden hose. You can see right over here. And actually, since there could be a confusion, so that's a hose right there as well. I actually want to just go back to featured on this one because it's going to, and I'm going to do the search one more time just to refresh. And this is going to give us the most relevant just based on what I'm searching for. And so then we'll come back over here and we'll go, and these are in fact garden water filters, right? So what I'll do is I'll grab, so there's 2, 4, 5, 10, 15, 20, and we'll just kind of stop right there because it's the most convenient and I want to be fast about this. So I'm going to go ahead and we're just going to grab those. I'm going to say copy. I did grab this sponsored, but we'll go and see if we can fix that. So now we'll go to ChatGPT, and I'm actually inside of the same thread that I was in when I did this the other day. Use the information I provided, but right here, what we're going to do, now create a similar table that includes a brief summary of not a summary, but just a short name of each product, no more than 6 words. And then we'll come back over and just kind of look at what Amazon has. So we have a name, and then we'll say ratings and price, and that's literally it, right? So we'll come back over here, and then we want then the ratings, then the price. So 3-column table total for the following 20 products. Here is the list, and I'll go like that. I'll do a shift return, control V, and then that last one was sponsored right here. So I'll go ahead and grab that and I'll remove it, and then I'll push return. And so this, hopefully this works right now. It worked for me yesterday. And this is kind of the extra step and the magic that we're looking for. Look, ice pure water filter system. And we have rating, price. We can change this short name to just say, product name or gardening hose. And here's the requested 3-column table with a short name rating. So look at this. I mean, it didn't take long at all. And now we're going to be providing value to, and then what I should have said was rank these. So actually the first column should be 1 through 25, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to pause the video and we're going to kind of redo this. And I want to add the rank column. So it kind of gives us like a rank. And we could technically rank this from the overall. We could have them sort it by the top rated right here as well. And what we'll do, actually, we're just going to roll with this, guys. We're going to just roll with right here. And we're going to, and go double check the prices. For example, come over here at Pool Pure. Maybe we'll go and grab the Pool Pure and see if it's $28.99. So just put this a little extra effort in, right? So this Pool Pure is right here. It says it's $28.99. Did it get it right? $28.99. I mean, look how accurate that is. Okay. So we're just going to go and I'm just going to go and grab this and it's ready to go. Let's go check on Koala and check on our article. It says we have 1,500 articles. So this is kind of my process. You can see like we're working on things as we go. We've got a little video, understanding garden hose water filters. Perfect. Great video. This is why I like Koala. It just works. It just does what you want it to do. It's high quality, and I usually don't have to change much when using this. Now, like right over here, you can see there's kind of a little weird thing going on right there. I think this is an AI image, but I kind of really don't care. I'm just going to leave it. See if we rank and stuff, or we can come back and change it. We have applications, filter, water, and gardening. We've got ourselves a nice article. Here's a quick tip, guys, if you're using Koala. Now, I tried to go create draft, and I can click on my site there. And what ends up happening is these images over here, they get really big, and there's some formatting issues. So I just find it so much better and easier to just say copy, and then you paste that into your site. Now that I'm not going to be making any changes, I am going to go copy, and I am going to go ahead and just create the post right over here. So let's go back over here and go new post. And then what I'm going to do is, see how I copied that, guys? You just come over here and you push the copy button, and now watch. You just come over here to title and then do Control V, and it just pastes in beautifully. And the images and everything will just be nice and updated and really, really good. And I'll just scroll through. Everything looks really good. That image right there, I would probably change it out. It's super weird. But is there a way in Koala that you can do that? I don't think so. Or we can redo the images. That would be pretty cool if there was a little button that we could just redo that image right there. And then what we'll do is we'll come through and we'll grab our copy right there. And we'll go back in here, and I want to put this pretty close to the top right over here. So best garden hose water filter, top picks for clean and safe water. That's great. No problem with that. And then what we'll do is right over here, right at the very beginning, I'll put my keyword in again, best garden hose water filter, best garden hose water filter. And then what I'll do is we obviously will make this an H2 heading, and right over here, and it's an H2. And then I'll push return, and then we will paste that table in. And then guess what I'll do right over here? I'll copy this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And I'm good with that because no one else is providing this. So I'm going to go 16 best garden hose water filters. I'll put an S there. It looks great. And this is the information that people want, right? And then last, what I'll do is I'll come over here and I will add a button. This is what I did in that last post. The site's starting to get traffic, and I'm kind of trying to show you as an affiliate what you can do is right here, check current prices on these water filters, on these garden water filters, right? Garden hose water filters. And then what I'll do is I'll come over here, because now we have this search right over here. We can go and click on our site stripe over here. And I created a new one for just site, and I'll say get link. There's my affiliate link. We'll come back in over here. And on our button, we'll go with our link, Control V, enter. We have our link. We have a way to, make money from the post. And then the cool thing about Popcorn is that it will automatically put the disclaimer that we are an affiliate as well. But now just look, now we have this post over here that now is helpful to people that we custom made, and we know it came directly from Amazon. We're not using plugins or anything like that. It just took a little bit of extra effort and work. So then I'll go and brush up the rest, and then we'll go and we'll test this out and see what NeuronWriter and Hemingway say real quickly as well. I'll go and grab my keyword one more time. So best garden hose water filter, and I'll double check. So I want to put 16 right here as well. Best garden hose water filter. And we'll probably add an S right there, and it still will be the same keyword right there, but it makes sense right there. And then what we'll do is we'll come through, and this is a gardening tool. So I'm going to go ahead and select gardening tool. I'll show you what I do for the featured image as well, but let's scroll down here real quick. And I'll just put in my keyword right there. And then I usually have just been writing these from scratch. Full guide. So you can see how I just kind of type that out. The keyword's in there. There's not anything else to do over here other than in a featured image. And so what I've been doing is I just go into Canva, and then what I do is I also come up here and I just delete this, and I paste in at the title, I paste the keyword in right there. And then what I'll do, and you don't have to do all of what I'm doing, I'm just showing you what I've been doing. And then right over here, instead of container gardening right there, I will put gardening hose. It's actually a filter, but we'll just look at a gardening hose right here. That one looks kind of cool. This one. And so I'm going to go ahead and throw that one in right there. And then it's easy. And then that's the reason why I delete the image and I change this. So I don't have to do it just saves me time on the download process. I can literally just push the download. But what I've been doing is grabbing the JPEG file, because it's a smaller file. And that's what I'll grab. And then I'll come back over here and I will finish up with that set image. So you can see how much time I spent on this. This is far different than the spray and pray method, the, posting 50 articles a day with AI. You just don't know what you're going to get. And, the ones where I spend more time putting this together, I honestly feel like I have a greater chance of ranking. Putting a little extra time, a little bit extra effort, it seems to do the trick. Okay, so let's go test this out real quick. So what I'll do is I'll save the draft, and then I will come over here and I will copy my title. We'll go into NeuronWriter. We'll go add our title real quick, and then we will grab that and we'll put it in right here and make it an H1, and then I'll push return. So we're already starting off at a 29, and then we'll go and grab the rest of our content right over here. We'll copy that. We'll go into NeuronWriter to show what the score is on this one. And it looks like we are ending up with a 71 right out of the gates without doing anything else. I really do need to change that image. I'll change that image, but I'm not going to do it live right in front of you guys. But we're pulling over 70 without doing the FAQ trick in here, without doing anything else, with just putting a little bit of extra effort in, using NeuronWriter to get some LSI keywords, not going overboard and putting 50 in there, just putting in like 20, 25. And you can see all of the green right over here. Not a lot of red, just a ton of spread out green right here. So, and there's a lot of keywords in here that I did not pick. So I picked up all the basic, and then I picked up a little bit probably to right here. These are the keywords I told it to go for, and look at all the green. That's just nuts, right? And then look at all these other keywords that Koala wrote that are green as well that I did not put in there. Okay, so super cool. We got a great score there. And then I'll come over here and we'll look. And we've got a 30. That's not bad. The article from 2 days ago was actually a 19. So it's not terrible. It's Koala's level. And that's just kind of what you're going to get with a topic like this and using all those LSI keywords. Okay. But then we could go and grab, and just for fun, because you can use that readability score in NeuronWriter if you want, but I'm using Hemingway to get this score. And this one actually is better. So, because there's a big discrepancy between the readability, and I think Hemingway is probably the highest trusted one. So that's why I actually use this. This is really good, guys. As you can see, it's not consistent. I used a 3.5 yesterday in my other article, and it was grade 11. Today, I'm pulling a grade 9, which is good. So we got a really good score right here. So grade 9. So what I would do is I'd come over here and I would say, yes, I published this. I would say, I did use Koala. This one I used 3.5 right there. And then we got a grade 9, which is really good. And then we'll just go change that image out, and there isn't anything else we need to do. What I'll do is I'll publish this, and then I'll go over to Search Console and I will ping this to be indexed. And then I'll go and set my tracker in my SERP robot down here as well. And that's kind of my process that I'm going to be using for a while on this site. I want to try to get this to 5,000 visitors a month. And then, like I said, I'll try to sell the site or something like that. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this tutorial. I'm going to go ahead and publish this now. It's ready to be published. There's this little button over here. You push upload on any images that it needs to be actually uploaded to the website server. And then another thing I need to do is publish now. And I have this scheduler built on right over here that if I want to bypass my scheduler, then I'm scared to update it because they've changed the layout of it and so forth. And I like the way that it is right now. But another workaround for that is that I just go back in and then I can click this and then I can say now immediately and then push publish. It publishes and then I go and do my last little bit that I just told you I'd do. We'll go and view the post right over here and see what it looks like. It is optimized right there. We have our title. We have our post right over here, and then we have our affiliate disclaimer. This is in fact the popcorn theme. I like that it has all these little settings over here. And then there we go. And then not too far into the article, we have a nice key takeaway, and then we have our 16 best water hose. And then we do have a button right over here. People can go and check those garden hoses out. They can get more information, stay on your site longer, watch videos, etc., etc. We've got our videos. I don't know what that is. Some of the AI images are just kind of strange. But I could use Canva to replace all of them if I wanted to. There's a little bit of gap right over here. I'm going to go fix that. And that's it, guys. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this tutorial. I'll come back with some more rankings and we'll keep testing this stuff out. Stay tuned for my latest next video. Make sure to subscribe if you're new and drop a comment below if you watched the whole thing and what you think. And I'll see you next time.